So nicely placed. Any little
46.
cannon there is keeping him in position.
.47.
They're all potable. They may look as if a couple of them are tied up, but they're not. They'll all clear each other. So this is a very good chance.
.54. .55.
On 3 occasions we've had a chance this evening of someone going on to make the highest break, which is still, as we've mentioned before, 118 by Ding Junhui. I'm sure that 118 won't last, but we've been saying that for the last 4 days. This is an excellent chance.
.61. .62.
The red at the back of the triangle looks as if it's available. If he anywhere near the circle would get him onto that one. He'd have to cannon the other reds now.
67.
Went just a little bit too far with the white. So when he pots this, he's going to push through the 2 reds and the pink. So well, he's screwing it back, but the same sort of thing here. So it just depends on what happens to white.
68.
That's turned out very nicely indeed.
Well, that was excellent, wasn't it? The reason he played it at that pace, he wanted to try and keep reds in play, the 2 he was hitting. And he's played that shot absolutely to perfection. Deserves a century from the way he started this break now.
74. .75.
There's a £10,000 prize for the highest break here
82.
this week at the Masters. Ding Junhui, the 16-year-old Chinese player, still holds that high break. We keep saying it's not going to last. This is a decent chance to beat it. It's just the yellow that's the only problem.
Yes, and yellow to green would be a problem
90.
because if he was going to go on to beat that break, he would also need to put possibly green and brown, depending on which colour he takes off these last 2 reds. So that's going to be the key shot, you know, playing from
91.
colour to yellow. But this has been excellent.
.98.
Yes, it's a lot easier to play for blue or bought colour off this last red to make the positional side for yellow a little easier. Going for the black is going to make the position on the
99.
yellow tough. Can he avoid the kiss on the blue, which if he plays 2 cushions, he will have to do.
That's a possibility, forcing it to just miss the blue and get somewhere up near there.
Well, great century break,
106.
but for me off the last red, he gave himself too much to do. He really did.
What about this for a shot, Willie, to try and beat the high break? Clip the yellow in, come up and flick the blue out because the blue's a bit safe, finish on the green, clear the colours up and take the high break, yeah?
Sounds good to me.
It's near on impossible, but that's what he's trying.
Well, Dennis, he missed the blue by the proverbial fraction.
108.
Houdini couldn't pot the green and get on the brown.
What about this one, Willie? Cut the green in the left corner, round the table, knock the blue out.
Well, what a shame. Both players have had good chances to beat the high break, but that was an excellent century from Peter Ebdon. And more importantly, he's getting all square again at 3-all.
Yes, a great reply from Peter Ebdon, and he continued the good work by winning frame 7 with breaks of 42 and 43. And we join frame 8 with Jimmy at the table.
Oh, what a great pot. That is excellent. He deserved that, Jimmy. He's had to suffer for a while.
1.
Well, is it Jimmy's turn to score heavily and get back into the match? Can't afford to go 5-3 behind.
Six. $11. $12.
Well, just a delicate little screw shot here. Just that little tiniest of white lines are put up. If he pots the black and just nudges that red, he'll leave the one to the right of the black. Don't know whether he can do that. He might be able to hold on it. Wasn't quite the angle, so it just depends here whether he nudges the other red.
19. $20.
But he could do with that red away. The one to the right of the black. If he could get that out of the road, it would clear the black completely. And he's on it, so yeah, bit of a chance here.
27. $28.
Yes, these two players at this moment in time really be more evenly matched. High break very similar, balls potted very similar, total points very similar. The only difference is Jimmy White's that one frame behind, but a very, very good chance here of levelling at 4-4. Just only some 12 points in front on the aggregate, but more importantly, oh dear Jimmy, that's poor.
36.
He felt he got a kick, but even with the kick, he played that very, very quickly. thought the second red, far too thick. Oh, this is not pretty, this black. Especially as he's not guaranteed to get a good kiss on the red. This could go wrong.
If he could avoid the cannon onto the red and just miss it, he could come out and leave that red at the back of the 4, but it's very difficult not to cannon the red. I think he's going to have to just play the cannon. He's okay. He can get through to
43.
this red, to the right corner.
$44.
I think Jimmy can pot the pink and bring a red out, but he's not really catching it full enough to really bring them into open play. If he catches them thin, he could lose the white. When I say lose the white, it could come too low on the reds. Let's just have a little look at the angle he's got on this pink. So he's going to have to flick something out. Yeah, I knew he'd lose the white a little bit, but he's okay. It was on this red. Just watch the white, you see. He was bound to catch them thin, which meant the white was going to come towards the black, but he should be able to pot this.
$50.
Just concerned what's going to happen to the white if he catches the reds. There's a little gap there, but I don't think he can screw between those reds, so you would think he'd finish on blue or pink. Couldn't avoid
51.
the cannon there, so it's a tricky blue, and with the yellow off its spot, it means he hasn't got a lot of margin for error. See, going between pink and brown with the yellow as it is, it's quite difficult. He'd have to be very precise, and he's going to try and screw, is he, between brown and green? No, he's gone down that now. Has he? Well, it could be okay here.
I'll tell you what, Dennis, he was very unlucky
56.
there, wasn't he? He played this shot perfectly. Just that fraction too much side. That gap, as you rightly say, was so narrow. Just that fraction too much side. But one more good pot should win the frame.
$57.
Perfectly played. Just the
62.
red and the colour will be enough for Jimmy.
$63.
Well, amazing enough, Dennis, this is a possibility of 4 centuries in this match. Peter Ebdon has had 1. Jimmy White's already had 2.
Well, they have been doing quite a bit of work on the table, so it
70.
seems to have paid off, Willie, because these boys are certainly playing the best snooker of the whole tournament. So maybe the
71.
few alterations they've made has just helped the playing conditions.
Yes, the fact that Jimmy's left-handed, should he go on to clear from here, the red on the cushion is not so terrible. Just got a little bit too much into the cue ball there.
77.
Yes, he'd have liked to play this without the extension or without stretching.
He didn't like that extension. He slung it over into the corner.
Well, it's amazing. The standard of snooker in this match has been absolutely top draw. Jimmy White almost 3 centuries. That won't worry him, though, because what he has done is the important thing. He's won the frames a level at 4-4.
Well, the start of frame 9 was a pretty nervy affair, and we join it after 20 minutes play with only 28 points being scored.
Oh, great pot. Well, if it's on the brown, it's a great shot. If he's not, he's unlucky. But in saying that, he would have left the red on. Now he's going to take the cut on the brown. Can he get position? This was an excellent pot. Not bound to get onto a red, though. He's twice across. The red above the 3 on the cushion will pot. That's possibly the red he'll try and get onto. Just got to avoid the blue, which shouldn't be a problem this time.
Hello?
So it's the one above the 2 reds on the cushion. I would think that's the one he's trying to get onto. Could play 1 cushion. Yeah, 2 cushions he's always going. Didn't need the kiss on the black. He's on it.
5. Six.
We've had some fantastic frames of snooker here this evening. This one, the balls went a little bit awkward, but it's quite a tense, exciting affair. Oh, that'll do nicely.
$11.
That was a nudge and a half, as they say. He was just playing to come across past the pink to leave that red on, and well, that's a bonus. But he still would have been on the red.
Jimmy rightly taking a little bit of time to compose himself. He knows this is the chance to go 1 up with 2 to play, and would make him obviously favourite to win the match if he did that.
12.
And on reflection of what we've seen, once again I say that Jimmy deserves to be in front. If he does go for battling qualities of Peter Ebdon, that will have to come to the front.
$18.
Just having a quick look at the scoreboard, and what he's trying to just work out is, can he score enough points without having to get the 2 reds that are close together? You might need to get them into play. Now, what's the difference?
19.
We've got 25 and 631. It's going to be difficult to clinch it without one of those reds, especially with the black safe.
Yes, he'd need at least 2 more pinks with the 2 reds to make that a probability, so that's highly unlikely.
$25.
Just off straight with this red, so you can get a little bit of angle there, as you can see. Well played. Now then, he's got an angle here. He could pot the
26.
blue, he could develop the 2 reds. This is a bit of a chance. Just a little nudge would have helped. So what's the
31.
difference? 37's the difference. Yeah, if he could get the pink off this red, Peter would need a snooker. It's there.
32.
Well, he has worked so hard for this. He's had to play some difficult positional shots, some tricky pots. There's the difference. 44 in front with
38.
43 on the table.
Yes, Dennis, it was interesting to note there that Jimmy had the absolute
38,
perfect angle
Jimmy
on
White.
the pink to move them.
Yes, Peter Ebdon taps the table. The crowd have enjoyed that. Barring a snooker, Jimmy White will be going into the lead 5 frames to 4, and he'll only need one more.
And he did lead 5-4. And as we join frame 10, he's in command again.
There's the check side. Is he on a colour?
He certainly is. He's on the blue. And if he's got the angle, he
One.
can screw back and leave those 3 reds. It all depends on the angle he has on the blue. I think the only problem is the pink's sitting on the blue spot at the moment. And if the pink spot's covered, the blue will have to go onto the yellow. There you see it. So if he gets the next positional shot right. Let's have a look at the angle he has on the blue. There, well, he should be able to screw up and avoid cannoning the pink. That's what he's worried about. If he misses the pink, he'll be perfect. He didn't miss the pink, and he's not perfect. He's out of position.
That's the first bad shot I've seen Jimmy play for some time. With Jimmy's cue power, I think he
6.
could have arced it round the pink and played for the 3 reds in the right middle, or get the cue ball down near the black. I was surprised he didn't play that one. He's got so much cue power. But strong favourite.
6. Jimmy White.
There's a lot of tension and a lot of pressure, even on an experienced player like Jimmy White. This is a big match for him. To beat Stephen Hendry, he wouldn't have wanted to have lost in his next match. And he's put up a terrific performance in front of this Wembley Conference Centre crowd. Where's the red going? Where's the red going? Well, he's had a couple of flukes that have won him frames.
Quiet, please. Settle down.
Tight. Well, normally he'd go tight in behind the brown, but the yellow's out of play at the moment. But he wouldn't be guaranteed to get a snooker if he tries to free the yellow. He'd like to bring the yellow into play.
Yes, I think it puts more pressure on Jimmy. Even if he doesn't get the snooker, he'll know that it'll put Jimmy under pressure, meaning that he can't afford a mistake just in case Peter gets a chance to clear at one visit, which he would do now if he pots the red.
Well, I'm not sure if the red to the left of the pink spot is on. Jimmy's having a look at it. He's had a look at that, but I don't think... No, it doesn't. But he can play safe off that red. It's such a big arena. The crowd thought that that red would go. It's terrific atmosphere to be here, but that just proves you get a better view when you're at home, Willie.
Yes, but you don't quite get the atmosphere, which we've got over 1,500 people in this auditorium tonight. And for once in my life, I think if Jimmy White went on to win this match, I'd like to become a ticket tout, because the O'Sullivan-White game, well, the black market tickets will be sold very highly indeed.
this could work in Jimmy's favour. There's a gap through to that red, as you can see. The red will be hitting the black. Might just be able to get the black safe, and he can get the white back down the table. This will be interesting to see how it works out.
Another very, very good safety shot from Jimmy White. A lot of times in the last 2 years, I must admit in commentary, I've often said that Jimmy White's safety has not been up to scratch. Tonight, it's been superb. The good safety has developed an opportunity. He's played 3 good safety shots on the trot, and he deserves this chance.
Yep.
Having the white cleaned, steadying himself. What a popular win this will be. Just a couple of more pots away. He's not perfectly on the pink. He played to leave the pink into the middle pocket.
I don't think he's perfectly on anything, Dennis, is he? There's no advantage in rolling up to the brown or something like that, because he's going to have to play some sort of pot.
Now, he has got an angle to pot the pink and get on that red to the right of the black spot. It's there. $55 points in front, just this red, and he would be a very, very strong favourite to go through to the semi-final. Peter's played his part. It's been a terrific match, this. I think the best so far in this year's Masters.
They know, Jimmy White knows, Peter Ebdon needs a snooker.
Eight.
He's still looking very calm and collected,
Thank you.
but
Settle
inside, Jimmy White will be absolutely delighted.
Well, he got a horrible kick there. He's played to finish another foot further, but just a good safety shot now.
14.
As long as he avoids the cannon on blue or yellow. Just watch this kick. He's running through, wanted to run through about a foot. He nearly missed the pink because of the kick. As long as he avoids the cannon on the blue, he should be able to get in down around the green and brown, which should leave Peter Ebdon in the snooker. And that is something that Peter Ebdon needs. So without the snookers, Jimmy White will be playing Ronnie
14.
O'Sullivan in the
Jimmy
semi-final.
White.
And 2 minutes later, it was all over when Peter Ebdon conceded and the roof came off at the Wembley Conference Centre. And Jimmy White, he was well satisfied with his evening's work.
It was fantastic. It was a brilliant game. Peter played well, I played well. I had 100, he had a 90, I had 100, he had 100. Great safety. Tomorrow night it's going to be a great battle, and when I was a kid I used to love playing Higgins and bring in the crowds, and Ronnie brings in the crowds, I bring in the crowds, so hopefully it's going to be a classic.